Hello, this is the WUaS World University and School News and Question and Answer on Monday, September 25th, 2023 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Greetings, and as we wait to see if people will join us, I'd like to share a little news with you. And mainly today, it has to do with some new law school developments for World University and School. World University and School is planning 200 online, free WUaS law schools in all 200 countries and in their official and main languages, as well as 50 US states online law schools, and potentially law schools in other states and regions of the other 200 countries in the world and in their main languages as well. So on Thursday, in a great first Stanford Law Codex meeting online, which Roland Vogel is the director of, three presenters, two from Korea, one from the US, but who speaks fluent Mandarin and is, I think, Chinese ancestry, gave presentations. And World University and School reached out to them afterward to explore possible collaborative opportunities in the context of the network of the Stanford Law Codex and some previous developments with Stanford Law in the context of Stanford Law Codex, in particular regarding the new state of Iowa law school at World University and School. And the organization in Iowa, named eLegals, founded and headed by Sugam Sharma, PhD, which seeks to add all of the Iowa State Supreme Court cases to legal technology, to artificial intelligence, to machine learning, potentially as PDFs and similar for the predictive potential of machine learning and regarding the Supreme Court of Iowa. So the news I'd like to share with you regarding Jinsol Hong and Jeomyeon Kim from Korea, and Yin Huang, who was the first presenter about open AI at the Stanford Law Codex meeting, who went to Stanford and Columbia Law School, is to say thanks for your excellent Stanford Law Codex presentations on Thursday. And regarding Stanford Law Codex as the preeminent legal tech meetings, which Jinsol said, and with which I agree. And thanks also to Yin Huang for connecting on LinkedIn and regarding his email address especially. He's both a lawyer in New York and a skillful coder, I think, working with machine learning especially. So I created a tweet about this, and particularly about Jinsol Hong's fence law in the Korean language, which seeks to develop pro se software for individuals in Korea who are possibly looking to represent themselves. And one of the questions I had and have is, how could such pro se software, such as fence law, if it could be made free, for example, and on all 200 law schools at World University and School, and even in all 50 US states and other states and other of the 200 countries, how could it help people? And could we move from fence-law.com to all 200 countries, and with machine translation, with AI, to extend this remarkable possibility for pro se approaches to the law. It could be enormously helpful in many countries, in many contexts. And it seems like free, open wiki, MIT OpenCourseware centric World University and School could be a great place to further develop such organizations as fence-law.com, which I think Jinsul Hong in Korea is the main programmer for. Translation-wise, and with large language models too, and this is addressed to Jinsul Hong and Jianmin Kim, in what ways could fence-law be used for pro se litigation, for example, even in the USA or in other countries, and in their main languages? In what ways could your large language model be extensible, extended, developed in other countries' languages? And what makes it specific or not to the Korean legal system? And I shared with them also Korea World University and School and the Korean language wiki subject wiki school, which is not yet in Korean, it's only in English so far, and the World University Law School main site, which is in English as well. But World University and School has started about 8 other countries' law schools, including China Law School at World University and School, but not yet in traditional Chinese. And in what ways could both Korea World University and School, in the Korean language as a wiki subject, the wiki school at World University and School, and the Korea Law School at World University and School, become large language models themselves for possibly interoperating with fence-law.com large language model, and in an iterating Korea Korea Law School at World University and School. So further, how also to begin to develop the online free to students WUaS law degree granting China and Korea law schools planned in Mandarin Yin Huang and in Korean Jinsul Hong, at MIT OpenCourseware centric World University and School from their World University and School university pages, China Law School at WUaS. And regarding in particular MIT OpenCourseware, which is already in traditional Chinese, and I shared with them a link, and also in particular in the Korean language with MIT OpenCourseware, which is also already in the Korean language. Some various organizations in these countries have translated MIT OpenCourseware into Chinese and to Korean. And even eventually with law schools, since Creative Commons 4 licensed MIT OpenCourseware doesn't have many law courses to speak of, since MIT itself, Massachusetts Institute of Technology itself, doesn't have a law school. So this is something that World University and School, or these law schools at World University and School in Korea and in China, and in Korean and in Chinese, would have to potentially create, possibly in collaboration with Stanford Law Codex. So further, and this is item 5 in a sense, and with WUaS Wikidata, which is the Wikipedia's backend structured knowledge database in 300 language, which World University and School has been in since 2015. And see, for example, the Wikidata Q item number for MIT OpenCourseWare, which is in 2 blogs, or will be in 2 of World University and School's blogs. If you want to see how the Wikidata Q number for MIT OpenCourseWare as a backend structured knowledge database works with the MIT OpenCourseWare Wikipedia page as its front end, which is has parallels to how it will work for World University and School coding-wise. Please check those out. These potential developments of a Korea law school at World University and School and a Chinese law school at World University and School, or a China law school at World University and School, partially also emerging from the Stanford Law project, the Stanford China Guiding Cases project, which ran for a little more than 10 years and I think achieved its goals. So was brought to a close 3 or 4 years ago. It translated all, I think, of China's Supreme Court's law cases into English, and then provided feedback, I think, to China, the China legal, potentially the Supreme Court, on these cases, thanks to May Getchlik, its director. How could, similarly with these China and Korea law schools at World University and School, and potentially with Sugam Sharma, PhD, and elegals.com project to add the state of Iowa's Supreme Court cases to legal technology and machine learning, where elegals, elegals.com, uses artificial intelligence, AI technology, to learn prior case laws, automates these tasks, and helps them predict the case outcomes. How could this development, where World University and School, in the Iowa Law School at World University and School, added a single Supreme Court case that Sugam Sharma at eLegals shared with World University and School to Wikidata, from which Wikidata programmers and other programmers may be able to further develop this state of Iowa Supreme Court case with machine learning and AI. How could we do this with China Law School at World University and School, and Korea Law School with World University and School? Interesting set of opportunities in this envisioning of law schools in Korea, in the Korean language, in China, in traditional Chinese, in Mandarin, and in Iowa, the state of Iowa, in English. Sugam Sharma is originally from India, and he also could conceivably further develop this approach for the state of Iowa, adding Supreme Court cases to legal tech for machine learning's predictive possibilities. Do this with, or this could provide the structure in some ways for the India Supreme Court and machine learning, and also because Sugam may speaks, I think he does speak Hindi, and he may possibly speak Urdu, how could this be done in Hindi, which is the official main language in India, I think, but also in the 22 scheduled languages or official languages in India, where Urdu is one of them. So further, this is agenda item 8 from the email that I shared with Roland and Jinsol Hong and Jianmian Kim and Yin Huang and Lydia Pincher and Sugam Sharma. Thanks to an invitation from Roland Vogel in last week's Stanford Law Codex for people interested in presenting at Stanford Law Codex. I am curious on behalf of MIT OpenCourseWare Centric Wiki World University and Schools Law Schools to make a first WUaS Stanford Law Codex presentation about some of this. So that's the news I would like to share with you today in Maine. And also, let me just quickly see, I guess the initial starting law schools at World University and School has begun already, not yet in these countries' languages, only in English so far, are the Afghanistan Law School at WUaS, the Brazil Law School at WUaS, the China Law School at WUaS, the Egypt Law School at WUaS, the India Law School at WUaS, the Jamaica Law School at WUaS, the Mexico Law School at WUaS, all part of or relating to the World University Law School, which is quite US-centric, and the first US state law school at World University and School that we've begun is the Iowa Law School at WUaS. So we're planning these in all these law schools, potentially in all 200 nation states per the Olympics. And as part of major free online MIT OpenCourseWare centric World University and School, and in countries' official languages, and offering where these universities, for example, Korea World University and School and China World University and School would offer free bachelor, PhD, law, MD, IB high school or similar, AA or AS, Associate of Arts or Associate of Sciences, a two-year undergraduate degree and master's degrees. For example, in Korean and in traditional Chinese, from the nation states wiki school or wiki subject. And World University and School is also planning from our languages wiki subject to develop in all 7,168 known living languages as wiki schools and as large language models, as wiki schools for open teaching and learning about things people love too. So both academic wiki subjects and creative wiki subject schools at wiki.worlduniversityandschool.org/wiki/languages. And you can get to the academic subjects in English so far and the creative subjects in English so far at wiki.worlduniversityandschool.org/wiki/SUBJECTS subjects. Also, in terms of regulating artificial intelligence, and this is something that the CEO, for example, of Google has talked about much as being very important moving ahead. And regarding these 200 online planned law schools at World University and School in countries' main languages, and potentially in hiring law faculty to teach at these 200 online law schools, a related tweet reads, "How to code machine learning artificial intelligence to regulate itself." And could Google Bard and World University and School help? And C, for example, regulation of machine learning, artificial intelligence in the US. It's part of an MIT OpenCourseWare course, which is titled, the course is named Machine Learning for Healthcare, and lecture 22 is Regulation of Machine Learning, Artificial Intelligence in the US. Check out, there's a video there as well. And how to code machine learning and artificial intelligence to regulate itself, possibly, potentially from 200 law schools at World University and School. For example, also from the Korea Law School at WUaS, the China Law School at WUaS, the India Law School at WUaS, and similar. And this is retweeting a post from John Palfrey, the president of the MacArthur Foundation, based in Chicago, a former Harvard law professor. Quote, Alphabet Google CEO, artificial intelligence needs to be regulated. This was written in 2020, 3 years ago, and is still true today, writes John Palfrey not long ago. So that's the news that I wanted to share with you today. Potentially there will be another WUaS news and question and answer on Monday, October 2nd. I should be in the San Francisco Bay Area, having flown there on October 1st from the eastern seaboard of the USA, and in exploring the potential to move back to a newly safe San Francisco Bay Area, possibly around November 1st, 2023, and to move the WUaS Academic Medical Center back to the San Francisco Bay Area, possibly to a newly safe open Canyon, California 94516. So until next week, this recording will be posted to the main WUaS YouTube channel, youtube.com/Scott McLeod World University /videos, and also to the main Twitters, twitter.com/World Univ and SCH, WORLD UNIV AND SCH, and the other main WUaS Twitter, twitter.com/WUaS Press. Our email now is worlduniversityandschool@gmail.com. Please, if you have questions about matriculating at World University and School or other questions about World University and School, use that email. That's also posted at the top of our Twitter feed newly, twitter.com/WORLD UNIV AND SCH. Until next Monday, potentially. See you soon. And worlduniversityandschool.org is our homepage. Till next week.